Schizophrenia has impacted my life in a profound way. It has certainly made my life more challenging. Without schizophrenia, my life might certainly be easier. It certainly or seemingly delayed the achievement of certain goals that I had for myself, such as living independently or working full-time or attaining further education. Nevertheless, I've been able to achieve many of those goals and milestones. And in some ways, I've done so with a clear sense of purpose and vision because I have tried to make sense of my experience with schizophrenia by being of service to my community as an advocate. When I was diagnosed with schizophrenia, I initially determined that I wanted to make sense of this experience by educating myself about it as much as possible. I went so far as to become an actual clinician, a psychiatric nurse practitioner. However, I also saw the need for advocacy for people to raise awareness, combat the stigma, and educate the public. So I decided to pursue further education, legal and policy, to achieve systemic advocacy for this population. And my hope is that I'll use my interdisciplinary education in law, policy, and healthcare to advance the well-being of this population that I'm part of. I have one more year of law and policy school left, and after that I hope to advocate for mental health care and disability rights more broadly, both nationally and globally. I'm optimistic and hopeful that better treatments for schizophrenia are in the pipeline, and my hope is that we have treatments that treat a broader swath of the population more safely and more effectively, that treat the more difficult to alleviate symptoms such as the cognitive or negative symptoms, and also have more safe and tolerable side effect profiles. I certainly believe that medications are often a necessary condition of successful recovery for people with serious mental illnesses such as schizophrenia. That being said, it's often not enough or it's insufficient. In addition to medicines, people with schizophrenia also need a wraparound of services that include behavioral therapies, peer support, supported education, work. Ultimately, people with schizophrenia want the same thing that everyone wants, which is to live a life full of love and work. And I think it's possible when people get the right treatments. I would tell young people that are going through the similar challenges that I went through in my adolescence, that first things first is that they're not alone. Many people go through these experiences, and I would tell them to reach out to the people they love and know to get help. And then I would also tell them, if they were diagnosed with psychosis or schizophrenia, that don't give up hope. You know, the hardest part is often the first part of the journey, the initial diagnosis and the difficulties surrounding the initial episode. But in many cases, if you get the right support, if you get the right treatments, with time it does get better, and you become better at managing this condition and living the life you want to live. I would tell the family noticing changes in their loved one two things. First, I would tell them that they need to be their advocate for their loved one to ensure they get the help that they might need. So if that means navigating the healthcare system with them or ensuring that they attend initial appointments alongside them, or things of that nature, that's often very important at the beginning. I would also tell family not to give up on their loved ones. Often you're dealing with the illness and not the initial person that you know and love. I think without the help of my parents and my friends, I would not be where I am today. I may very well have ended up homeless or incarcerated, but I'm very fortunate that I had the people around me, the support network that didn't give up on me and that pushed me to get the care I needed so that I could live the life I want to live and give back to others. There are several organizations that family members can reach out to, such as the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, or Mental Health America. And in addition to offering education, many offer free services such as support groups for both family members and for people living with these conditions. But more broadly, they offer a community where people can make sense of what they're going through, normalize it, and learn to live with it in a way that's healthy and dignified.